Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cinema Savvy. My name is Tate. I'm going solo for this one tonight as we talk about Women Talking, one of the 10 films nominated this year for the Best Picture. Women Talking, we have already previously slightly talked about on the channel during our Untitled Movie Monthly show. So please go and check that out as well if you want to hear a little bit of a shorter review. This one will be slightly longer where I go into a bit more detail about the film and a bit more things that come into it. But please let me know in the comments below if you have seen Women Talking, what your thoughts and opinions are on the film. Do you think that, did you enjoy it? Like, do you think that it is going to win the best adapted screenplay of the year? I think that's one of the awards where it could possibly be sealed on. So please go and comment below and tell us what you think about it, what awards you reckon it will win on the night. Whilst you're doing that as well, please go and follow us on all of our social medias where you can find out about all the videos coming out. So go follow us on Instagram, go follow us on Facebook, that's at cinema_savvy. Go follow us on Letterboxd Cinema Savvy. Just type it in as well, and go find us on Redbubble where you can pick up a jumper, any kind of merch to help out the channel. So let's go into Women Talking. So Women Talking came out in 2022 to be nominated for this year's Oscars. It was directed by Sarah Polley. It was also written by Sarah Polley, and it was adapted from Miriam Toe's book by the same name. It stars an absolutely stellar cast, like a really, really good cast for this film, with the likes of Rooney Mara, Claire Foy, Jessie Buckley, Ben Whishaw, Frances McDormand, Judith Ivey. It's a brilliant film in that sense that they pull together some of the best names in the industry, some of the best women in the industry at the moment, who are putting in an amazing performance across the entire board towards this film. My previous thoughts on this film, jumping back to my first kind of smaller review for this film, was that I actually used the words, I found this film a little bit boring. And I want to clarify with this exactly what I meant by that. I think this film is fantastic. I think the subject matter of this film is absolutely phenomenal. I think it's very well executed in the sense of the script, and I think it is one of the best scripts of the year. I think all of the actors put in fantastic performances across the board. I think the cinematography is very unique to this year's Oscars, with how it's shot and how it's filmed. The difficulty I find with this film is I think it's in the wrong media. This film was pulled from a real-life event which happened, I believe, in Colombia. I do want to get the sect of Christianity, that it was Mennonite sect of religion that the people originally kind of had this story come from, where in 2005, I believe there was an actual village where the men raped the women and the women locked the men in a shed. I think they were then arrested and taken in, and they had to decide between 3 different choices, whether they were to stay and do nothing, stay and fight, or to leave. And it's a very unique situation for people to put in. It's a very difficult situation for people to be put in within their real life. And the fact that this decision came to a head with a town meeting where they basically discussed all of the options and ended up deciding to leave, and that be kind of the crux of it. The adaptation of that into the book Woman Talking, where it was changed to a American kind of 2012 setting, and where this film also takes place in that America 2012 setting, same sect of religion, so it was Mennonites as well. I personally believe that this shouldn't have been a film, but instead should have been a stage play. And for the film to take place all in one place, I compared it previously to Fences. Brilliant acting performances, but it takes place in one location, and you're kind of sealed in by that. And I guess that adds to the charm of the film in the sense that the decision is so constricting, and you are left there making that decision with them, and you are stuck in that room. And that is going to be quite kind of aching for you to be going over and over the same points, hearing different sides of the story, hearing different people's opinions, and it just going around in circles with no one really going anywhere. And that is how the film follows. For me personally, I think that this would have been better as a stage play. And I think as a film, it serves itself well, but I think it could be elevated higher. And I do need to read the book as well to get that kind of sense of kind of whether the book itself feels like a stage play or not. But at least from my opinion, from the film side of things, it did feel a bit too constricting for me in the sense that it was set in one location. We do get a few flashbacks, which were kind of nice breaks from just being stuck in the room. but at the same time, it did feel like we were stuck in there with them, and I felt that was a little bit claustrophobic with the way the film worked. Maybe that's a positive in other people's books. I know that some people would be kind of crying out, saying, "No, that's the whole point of it," and stuff like that. It's just how I felt about the delivery of the film in that sense. Apart from that, I think it is a very important film for our times to know that things like this are still happening out there, and that there are people abusing religion and abusing the idea of, you know, kind of within communities and stuff like that, like the men are kind of oppressing onto one role and the women are subjects to that role. I think it's a very difficult subject matter to go into and talk about, and this film does cover the points very well. They look at almost every single angle possible of how they can deliver their solution within the society. And it's very nice to kind of see that discussion come to calmer moments, come to moments of relaxation and breaks taken in there, coming to moments of real kind of heat with people getting really angry over their situation. And every single opinion and every single way they look at the situation is dealt with in such kind of drastic ways. There is no wrong way about going this situation. I think this film demonstrates that perfectly within the subject matter, that people forced into these kind of decisions, people forced into these decisions that you would make in life and you'd make in these communities, when forced to the absolute limit with what they're dealing with, this is how you would react, this is how you would discuss it, and this is how you would go about it, especially with a community that doesn't rely on technologies and doesn't rely on kind of communication with other colonies and everything like that. It's very, very sealed off from the world. And I guess, once again, that links to it all being set into one location. Within the performances, I think some of the standouts from there have to be, you know, Claire Foy. I think she's fantastic in the film. I think she steals every single scene. Same with Jessie Buckley. I love her kind of rash moments in the film all the way throughout. It's just so nice to see so many great actors being able to put themselves on screen, and especially with Rooney Mara, with the quieter moments, the moments of calm, the moments of reflection that she brings to the table. Every single actress, and also I want to add in there Ben Whishaw, who is also in the film. Every single actor in the film brings something new to the table, brings something new to the discussion, brings a different angle and a different perspective to it. And I think that lends itself with the screenplay. Once again, I want to say, one of the best screenplays of the year. I really do wish this was a stage play. I think it would have worked better in that medium instead of being a film. Apart from that, the music is soft, the music is calm. There is a moment in the middle which kind of did throw me, and I think it may have thrown some people as well whilst watching the film, which would be the moment where they play, what's the song called? Cheer Up Sleepy Jean, Daydream Believer. I can't remember the name of the song, but that kind of sets you back and you go, hold on, when is this being set? Because they don't really mention it up until that point, when they say it's like the 2010 or 2012 census at that point in the film. And it really drags you back down to reality of this does happen up until now. This is a modern problem. This isn't going away. This still happens all over the place. And that brings that side of things to light, which I really liked. I mentioned the cinematography earlier. You get a lot of cinematography of kind of people going through fields, a lot of close cinematography and close filming kind of done with static cameras of the people in the barn trying to make their decision. A lot of interesting facial reaction shots and stuff like that to the various different situations, and a lot of focus on the use of flashbacks and within the editing and stuff like that throughout the film, with the two horse stories and also with the kind of stories of the women kind of retelling their events of the men going into their rooms and kind of abusing them, which is quite a harrowing kind of take on it. And it's a very harrowing way of seeing the film in itself. But once again, like I said, it's absolutely needed to get across the subject matter. It's a heavy subject matter. It's quite a heavy film. There are light moments in there. There are moments where you can kind of sit back and reflect and really kind of take it in. But yeah, it is quite a difficult film in some parts to watch, because they do go into quite graphic details about the way that people are treated just in general throughout the film. I mean, on reflection of this film at the time, I don't think I was enjoying it as much as I could have been. And I think the longer I've thought about the film, the longer I've kind of settled on the film, I have appreciated it a little bit more. And I have appreciated kind of the quieter moments involved in the film and the more dramatic moments, and especially the point they're trying to get across, it's come along stronger the more I kind of leave the film and let it lie. I'm not sure if it's going to be a film that I'm going to go back to very soon, but I would definitely come back to the screenplay in itself, and I would like to see it in a different form and possibly also read the book to be able to get a deeper understanding of the subject matter and a deeper understanding of the way that it's written and everything like that from that side of things. For me personally, I think it's probably not going to win Best Picture. I think it's not really in the kind of conversation for the top 3 or top 4, maybe, who could be going for it. It's quite an open year for the Best Picture, but I think this one isn't really being called up to the front for it. But I do think it might win for the screenplay. I think it's got a very, very good shot at that, and I think that is completely merited by the linguistic dialogue that's used. There is a lot of talking in this film. This film, like I said in the kind of previous monthly movie show, it's very apt to the title. It is women talking about their issue and really talking it out over the span of the film. And I think the screenplay absolutely lends to that. And it is a fantastic screenplay in the same sense that Fences was a fantastic screenplay all set into one location. So let me know your thoughts below. Please tell me if you have seen Women Talking. I know there's a lot of love for it online. I know that there are a lot of people out there who really, really enjoy this film and want to see it do really, really well in the awards. So please let me know if you enjoyed this film. If you didn't enjoy this film, just any opinion at all, let me know down in the comments, and we will respond to them as soon as we can on the channel. Also, please go and follow us on all of our social medias, Twitter and Instagram at cinema_savvy, Facebook and Letterboxd Cinema Savvy, and then Redbubble. The link is in the description as well. And also, if you'd like to hear more about this film and all of the other films that we have nominated for the Oscars, please go and watch us on Oscar Night. Oscar Night is coming up very soon. We are in Oscar week. It is coming this Sunday/Monday. I'm going to be up at 1 o'clock in the morning here in Austria. I know it's going to be a little bit easier for people UK side or wherever you are in the world to be able to watch the Oscars, but we will be live streaming the entire ceremony. It's going to be myself, it's going to be George, it's also going to be just a night filled with hopefully some surprises. It's a very open Oscar year. We have no idea what's going to be happening, so we hope to, chat along with you guys, have a look at which films are winning the awards, which people are going to be winning the awards as well, what is going to be picked up. So please go and kind of join us on that. That'll be a live stream. We're going to be advertising that all over the channel. I'm sure that when this comes out, there'll be a link in the description. And also there is an Oscar playlist, which you can find in the link as well, where it'll take you to all of the films that we've reviewed for the Oscars so far this year that is up for awards, whatever the awards are. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching my short review of Women Talking. We'll hopefully see you on the next